This is the PL-89 Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar for Thursday, April 9th, 2026. And it is Yom Hamishi, the fifth day of the week, the 22nd day of Nisan, 5786. The parsha of the week is Shmini. Today's daf Yomi is Menachot 80. Let me check. 88. Menachot 88. Yeah. I'm going to check and see. Make sure. Yeah, Menachot 88. Yesterday was 87. Okay. This is a solar and lunar calendar. It's also Gematria thought calendar. It also takes into consideration the Julian calendar, and it's a Daf Yomi calendar, and possibly other calendars as well. The basic process is to identify and to locate the solar number, as it's called, and the lunar number. The solar number is the number on this calendar that would correspond to the Gregorian calendar. So, for example, today is April 9th. So you'd have to find where the 9th of April is on this calendar. And there is a specific place where the 9th of April is. Now, if you look at these boxes, you might be thinking, there aren't 365 boxes here. There are not even 200 boxes here. So how do you fit in the whole Gregorian calendar into this calendar? Same thing with the Hebrew. The Hebrew is a few days, it's 11 days shorter than the solar calendar, but still, it's not enough boxes here. The answer is that this calendar is 90 days, and it's used 4 times a year. And those sets of 4 months or sets of 3 months, 4 sets of 3 months or 3 sets of 4 months, have names in astrology. They're known things. You have the 3 sets of 4 months. Those are known as the cardinal, fixed, and mutable months. There's 3 types of months. Each group is 4, and they're basically the 4 seasons. And so that's how this calendar is based on. And there's also 4 sets of 3 pack months. And those are the elements. The 4 elements come in sets of 3 months, of course, whatever makes 12. So you have the water, fire, earth, and air. And that's how this calendar works. So there are 3 dispensations to determine which set of months starts the count. So you have dispensation 1, 2, and 3 corresponding to 8 years, 4 years, and then 2 years. And we're finishing up that 2-year period now, which is dispensation 3. And we're entering into what is called dispensation X, which according to the formula, it should, since it's always halving, it should be 1 year. Then dispensation Z would be a half a year. So it's basically a system of having a number, halving it, halving it, halving it, halving it, and halving it. And that's the whole thing. No pun intended. But the calendar is being complete this May, because all the combinations of the 3 months have been made already. The first dispensation was from the year 2012 up until 2020. What's interesting is that every time that this halves, there was also a halving of Bitcoin. I didn't plan it that way, it just happened to be that way. There was a halving, I think in 2012, I'm pretty sure, and then there was also one in 2016, but this didn't have. But there was one in 2020, and then one in 2024. And then I'm not sure if there will be one. If there was, I wasn't following it this year. Maybe there was this year. Maybe there will be next year, and maybe But anyway, maybe the year after. But in any case, the solar number for today, according to Dispensation 3, which April 9th, will always come out on box number 26. I can explain the reasons why, but I'll save that for a different time. Or if you're curious, you can ask me then, or there, or in the comments section. So 26, and then that's the 9th, and then in terms of the lunar calendar, we're on the 22nd day of Nisan, so that would correspond to what's called in this calendar the 10-day twilight. The 10-day twilight are the last 10 days of any 3-month period, because if you notice, or I've explained it before and I'll explain it again, that these boxes are 80 boxes. It's 8 columns, 10 rows. However, 80 boxes is almost 3 months. It's 10 days short of that, or 11 days short of it, depending on the month. So, what do? The answer is 10-day twilight. 10-day twilight is a 10-day period represented by T1, T2, T3, etc. till T10, or T11 in the case of a 31-day month. But in this case, Nisan has 30 days, so it's 10 days. And it's right under here. It's like after this last line, and then under here is 10 days. So we're in 10-day twilight 2, because we're in the 22nd of Nisan. So when it gets to April 22nd, it'll be the same thing. Or in any configuration. I mean, in configuration 3, the last happens. Excuse me. Excuse me. Configuration 3, a cardinal month would be at the bottom, but in configuration 1, let's say, maybe mutable cardinal fixed, it would be a fixed month, would be the 10-day twilight. It just depends on the dispensation. So 2 plus 26 is 28, and 28 has a numerical value of, I think, 156, but let's see. Yes, 156. And then, just to show the process a little bit more, 156 is equal to 226. Then 226 would be equal to something else, or something else, or something else, until eventually you get to a point where it repeats. I've always seen it repeat at some point. It gets to a certain word, which is a number, and then it becomes a number, and it becomes a word, becomes a number. About 4 or 5 iterations after that, it comes back to that word. It's like a loop. So I'm concerned with how fast statements that are made into numbers get to that, what I call the black hole, or basically it's an infinite, it's a feedback loop, or just the repeat. And I'm very interested in that. And that's what I'm doing right now. There's other methods to using the calendar, but this is the method I'm using right now.